So today I'm going to talk about this phenomenal screwdriver. It's the Megapro 15-in-1 original. I was first introduced to this screwdriver through my grandpa getting it for my dad for Christmas one year, many, many years ago. And my dad still has it in the junk drawer. And when I got my first house, I bought one to have in the junk drawer because it is just a really, really good, around the house, all around screwdriver for many reasons. Megapro makes screwdrivers, but with different bit sets. They have a stainless version, tamper-proof hex. They've got one for elevators, automotive, electrician, HVAC, all kinds of stuff. They make some other types, a ratcheting one as well. This is the only one I have personal experience with, is the original. This one goes for $23.99 on Amazon, and I believe, at least of the ones I've used, this is the best multi-bit screwdriver. So some of the reasons that this makes an awesome all-around, just have it in the house screwdriver, it's, a multi-bit screwdriver. So that's kind of a prerequisite, just having one screwdriver with multiple bits. As far as, having it around the house, you don't have a bunch of screwdrivers knocking around in the drawer. So this one is a 15-in-1. That includes just using the the end for 1/4-inch hex. So there's only actually 14 screwdriver bits. As you can see here, there are 4 different size Phillips, 2 blade, 4 square, and 4 Torx bits that are all fit in the handle there. So, first benefit, good selection of bits, but that's, there are a lot of multi-bit screwdrivers. The things that make this particularly good are, one, the storage of the bits. So it's got this really cool handle storage system. So it actually is held in. You might be able to kind of hear how it attaches when I click it in here. It's really, really nice. It's actually a magnet. I mean, as far as I can tell, there's a magnet at the bottom that holds it in, and it does a really, really good job of retaining it. It's a little bit awkward to pull it out like that in front of the camera, but it's, using it in normal use, it's really easy to open, but it doesn't open on accident and wouldn't fall open. The magnet is a really good retention system. It's also really smooth turning, which is great for looking at the bits quickly, but also I'll get to another advantage of that in just a minute. But it's really organized. It's double-sided bits, which is nice, versus single-sided when you have twice as many for the same number. And then they're held in there, again, nice and secure. They don't fall out, but they're easy to get to. So I think it's a really great storage system. And like I said, I have personally been using this for many years, but my dad has had, I think he lost one, but he's had a couple, and he's had them around for years, and there's never been any issue with that mechanism going bad, breaking. It's really robust, and you can tell when you use it that it's quality. There's nice thickness to the walls of the driver. You can see there on the handle. It's definitely sturdy. So quality-wise, it's really good. Other than having a good selection of bits and a nice, robust, easy-to-use storage system for those bits that keeps them organized, one of the other benefits of this that you might not consider is the size of the handle itself. It's the diameter especially. It also has some good length on it, but the diameter in particular compared to a standard screwdriver. So right here, I've got just, your standard Craftsman screwdriver, and if I put it next to it right there, you can see there's a significant difference in the size of that handle. So you just have a lot more to hold on to, and you can get a lot more leverage using the handle on the Megapro screwdriver. Just as far as the physics of having that wider diameter, the amount of torque you can put down is just a lot better. So that's a huge benefit. Now, of course, if you're working in a tight space on a vehicle, this is going to be a little bit easier to maneuver to get in the tight space and whatnot. But like I said, I use this more for around the house type jobs where it's not necessarily in confined spaces. And at the end of the day, this is always going to be more durable. You could run over this with a car probably. This will last forever. this isn't going to be quite the same level of durability, but it's going to be durable enough for what, 99% of cases. Just don't run over it with your car. The final feature that I want to talk about on this that is somewhat unique, I at least have never experienced another screwdriver that has this, is the way that this, so the end cap that is part of the mechanism that stores the bits, I talked about earlier, has that ability to spin. When it's closed, it spins as well. And what that allows you to do is it's really, really ergonomic when you're using it with one hand. So you can basically put the palm of your hand right on that end cap and use it to put the downward force you need on the fastener. And then as you turn it, you can let go, you can keep the pressure and rotate your hand. And so it's like a small detail, but it does make a big difference on the ergonomics, especially if you're working on a particularly stubborn fastener. Having that ability to, put that downward pressure on and keep it on while you're rotating with one hand is really, really nice. And on top of that, if you have a really, really stubborn fastener, you can do two hands where you're putting all the pressure downward with one hand and you're just using the other hand to turn it. Overall, I've just found that that's really, really helpful in a lot of situations. Other multi-bit screwdrivers that I've used in the past will have the bits just loose in the handle, or they'll have a separate bit holder. But this is definitely the most elegant solution that I've experienced, and I've enjoyed it a lot. I think, again, it's high quality, good design, good execution, it's ergonomic, and it's lasted well for me. So if you're in the market for multi-bit screwdriver, if you're looking for one to have around the house, just have in the junk drawer, I would highly recommend you check it out. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description if you're interested in checking out on Amazon.